early Sunday afternoon from Fenway. The Red Sox wrap up the homestand. The finale with Chicago. The Sox are 12-2 on getaway days and about to take off on an 11-day trip. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Dave O'Brien. A full house backfield today. We've got the Rem Dog Jerry Remy in and the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley as well. Garrett Austin along in just a couple of moments. And Rick Porcello has the baseball today. He could be 9-2 at the end of the afternoon.
Well, we've gotten the Cy Young Rick Porcello this year all year long. Today he's after his 9th win already. He's putting himself up there with the league leaders. But, you know, he's been solid all year long. I think more than anything else, he's kept the ball in the ballpark for the most part. But you see the numbers right there. Strikeouts are still there, and this guy does not walk anybody. He's got so many ways to get you out. And, you know, going from one year to the next, you really don't know. This is the even year. Rick Porcello, and this is 2018, and it's just like 2016. That's what they hope for. But he's pitching as well as any with the big three, and he's a part of that.
And really coming off an outstanding effort last Sunday in Houston. Very important win for the ball club. Talk about important guys in the lineup, Rem Dog, and it doesn't get more important for the Red Sox than J.D. Martinez, and he struck again yesterday, number 21.
Well, with Mookie Betts out of the lineup, J.D. has come up very big for the Red Sox, and again yesterday in that ball game, impressive, you know, going opposite field for his 21st home run of the season. That's 10 of them. 10 of the 21 have gone the other way so far this year. He also added a base hit later in the ball game on a pitch that a lot of times he'll take to the opposite field, but this time he pulls it for a base hit. This guy's just a quality hitter. I mean, no matter where you throw the ball, he has the ability to go other way or pull the ball. And you can look at that. He leads the Major League Baseball with 21 home runs, 54 RBIs, and 153 total bases. All I'm going to say to this is hello, All-Star game. I mean, this guy, there's no question this guy's going to be an all-star for the Boston Red Sox. He's been great since day one, and he continues to be that way right now.
And I thought what David Price had to say yesterday after the game was very interesting. It played with him in Detroit. He said he really hasn't gotten hot yet, as hot as he can be.
Well, you know, okay, good. Yeah. That's a good thing. I mean, let's see how it goes, but this has been a pretty good start.
Well, it's been terrific for the Red Sox, as mentioned on getaway days. Last game of the series, they've been virtually unbeatable. And taking on the White Sox here, right in front of the longest road trip of the season for Boston. Red Sox and the White Sox coming your way here on a Sunday afternoon at Fenway Park. America runs on Duncan. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program by Kenyon Grills, the official grill of the Boston Red Sox. Your local New England Ford dealers. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. What a day today. Temperature in the low 70s. No humidity. Rick Porcello at 8-2 taking the Red Sox out of the diamond. 3.59 ERA. Here's the White Sox lineup that he'll face today. Yohan Moncada will lead it off at second base. Yomer Sanchez is at third. Abreu the DH, and it'll be Polka in right field with Davidson at first. Narvaez is the catcher with Tim Anderson at short. Charlie Tilson in left field, and Trace Thompson in center against the Red Sox starter, presented by your New England Audi dealers. Rick Porcello beat the Astros in Houston last time out 9-3 on a Sunday night.
This is our Rick Porcello that we saw back in 2016. The Cy Young Rick Porcello. He's kept the ball in the ballpark. A lot of ground balls this year. Big clutch win last time out.
Hey, it's Junior Announcer Day. Here's Evan from Worcester with the Red Sox defense, brought to you by Southwest Airlines.
Thanks, Mr. O'Brien. In the infield, Rafael Devers at third base, Xander Bogaerts at shortstop, Brock Holt at second, and Mitch Moreland at first. In the outfield, Andrew Benintendi in left, Jackie Bradley Jr. in center, Blake Swihart in right, and Sandy Leone doing the catching for Rick Porcello.
Evan, outstanding. The umpire is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. Buyatoyota.com. James Hoy has the plate. Walcott at first, Kellogg at second, Livensparger the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP is presented by Toyota. Visit Copper2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Perfect day for a ball game here this afternoon. Right now 70 degrees. We're going to say partly sunny skies as the Sox and the Chicago White Sox go toe-to-toe for the third and final time here. And the Red Sox will be in Baltimore tomorrow to launch that very lengthy trip. And Rick Porcello, 11-8 lifetime against Chicago, to take on Moncada. Rips that liner coming out. Jackie Bradley's going to play it out of bounds. So Moncada going after the very first pitch and stings a line drive single.
Yeah, Jackie playing it very safely on that because he couldn't make his mind up originally whether I should go for it or stay back, and the wise decision was to stay back on it and hold it to a single. First pitch hitting by Moncada, and here's where Jackie backs off a step and plays it into a single.
That'll send up Yolmer Sanchez, third baseman, hitting .279. Ton of triples out of this guy. In fact, he hit his 7th in the 9th inning yesterday. 7 already. Abreu on deck.
This team will run. I mean, they lead the league in steals. Doesn't say much, but they don't walk and they punch out.
Moncada with 7 steals on the season. He's been caught 1 time.
Sanchez is one guy in their lineup with a fairly high number of at-bats anyway against Porcello. He's 5 for 12 off him. Runner holding. Ground ball, and Moreland's got it, dropped it, fires down, got the out there. That's all they get. Look, for a moment it might be a double play, but they get the man at second.
Yeah, I think if he comes up clean with this, he got a chance at a double play. Although there's good speed behind him running down the first base line, but it comes right off the heel of the glove. So then you got to make sure it just one, and that throw was inside the runner, so it became a tough play for Bogaerts at shortstop.
Kind of feel lucky we got one after watching that.
And take one, Nick.
Sends up Abreu the DH, .295, 10 home runs, 37 runs batted in. And tied for first in the American League with 24 doubles. Red Sox come into play today, a half game behind the Yankees, who beat those sliding Mets again yesterday. But the Mets just cannot win at home, can they?
Lost 10 in a row at home.
It's a record for them. Overall, 8 straight. Abreu 4 out of 16 with a home run against the Red Sox right-hander. Porcello entering the day tied for the 4th most wins in the majors with 8. Sox have gone back-to-back very fine pitching performances from Sale and Price. David Price a winner yesterday, backed up by a very strong bullpen, and fouled away to make it 1-2.
That's a great pitch right there. two-seam fastball getting right in on the hands of Abreu. Absolutely nothing he could do with that except foul it off. A lot of movement on that.
Yeah, that's what I love about Porcello. I mean, he's not afraid to come inside at all.
Exactly. Look how much that ball moved inside. I mean, there's really nothing he could do with that, but if he makes contact, it's got to go foul.
Daniel Polka on deck. No score in the first inning. And 1-2.
Porcello's kept the ball in the ballpark this year. Only one right-handed batter's taken him deep. That's last time out. Springer got him, remember, first inning.
They settled in after that and went 6 1/3 before he gave up another run against Houston. After that leadoff home run, Red Sox wound up splitting that series. 2-2 to Abreu. Red Sox have been pitching awfully well. They've allowed only 14 runs the last 6 games. Collectively, that's a staff ERA of 2.17. Carrying them to a record of 44-21, most wins of any club in the big leagues.
A little lean towards second base that time, I thought, by Sanchez at first base. He's got not a huge lead over there, but it seemed to me like a lot of his weight was on his right foot as he goes back to the bag. You'll see that little, just a little flinch towards second base.
One down, one on, and a 2-2 to Abreu. Runner goes. Ripped toward right, slicing, and that'll be a foul ball.
Kind of gave it away, didn't he, on the pitch before?
Well, they got to run.
They're going to go, right?
They got to go. I mean, think about this offense. I mean, this guy at the plate, you don't want to get thrown out, I guess, but. Porcello quick to the plate, too. That's just an average jump at best.
Abreu is certainly the toughest out in their lineup. And a breaking ball didn't break much. 3-2.
Well, if he's going on the 2-2, he'll be going again on the 3-2 right here with Abreu at the plate.
Dangerous pitch right here.
Baltimore and Toronto are underway there in the first inning. 0-0. And the 3-2 runner taken off and fought off again by Abreu.
And I'm watching him take his jumps at first base, and it's kind of weird. He doesn't stay low. He kind of comes up as you see him take off, straight up. And a lot of the great base stealers, Ricky Henderson, you play with him. I mean, they're just down low and they're at full speed after 2 steps.
One down, full count on Abreu. And Sanchez running again. That one tagged toward left field. Benintendi backing up. He's going to have to play it off the green. Sanchez rounding third. Here's the throw to Bogarts. He will not throw home, and a runner slides in on a double. Yet another one by Abreu to make it 1-0.
Abreu's making a habit out of this, starting the game with a double. Last night yesterday he almost took Price deep about 3/4 of the way off the wall. He gets a cutter right here that just really leaves out in the middle of the plate, and he goes to work on it. Line drive off the left field scoreboard. Benintendi tried to deke him, but he can't deke anybody on a bullet like that.
Now, when you're off at first base like that, and that's a good read by the runner, he hesitates just a second, then he realizes it's going to be off the wall, so it's no problem at all for him to score from first base, being off with the pitch. Takes a look back in, sees contact, and he's going to peek again as he slows down and comes all the way around.
25 doubles now for Abreu, 38 RBIs.
Doubles machine.
Really is.
Jose 2 bags.
Bring up Palco, who's 258 with 6 home runs. This guy in batting practice has been impressive, hitting rockets, and they talk about exit velocity with this kid. When he does make contact, he can really sting it.
We've seen him look funny on off-speed stuff, but I tell you what, he runs into something. Hello.
Hit that one very sharply. Moreland will pick it up. Going to be a play at first, and got him there. And down to third safely is Abreu with 2 down.
Moreland's had a couple of opportunities in this inning that have been not easy ones.
This is a bullet.
Yeah, absolute shot to Moreland. You can see him backing up a little bit and plays it actually off the chest. Fortunately, it didn't get very far from him, and he's able to feed Porcello, who is doing his job covering first base.
Yeah, that's a little example of how hard he can hit it. So man down to third for Davidson. 231 with 11 home runs.
Moreland's holding on a runner right there. Forget about it.
So Chicago striking first here. 1-0 lead.
Outfield really shading Davidson to the opposite field, and Jackie Bradley really pulled over toward the triangle.
Davidson just 2 for his last 16. And he's a guy you have to throw strikes to. He's walked 31 times, which is 9th in the American League.
Not afraid to strike out.
Who is?
You're right.
And he ran that one inside with a fastball. Count 2-1. The first inning in his Red Sox career from time to time has been very difficult for Porcello. He's allowed a couple of hits here. The 2-1. Breaking ball, foul tip to the mitt. 2-2.
Well, that's a good curveball right there. I mean, I don't think you're expecting that on a 2-1 count to get the breaking ball, and he certainly gets a pretty good one there from Porcello. Good snap to this. Good bite to it. Outside part of the plate. Stay away from the bat.
Abreu leading from third with 2 out, and the 2-2 is high. Now Monday at Baltimore, Stephen Wright has the ball up against Dylan Bundy. Game 1 of 3 with the Orioles. Wright, Erod, and Chris Sale to do the pitching in that series. Sale coming off an absolute gem, but in a 1-0 defeat, throwing 100 miles an hour several times. 3-2, and he put him away. Struck him out. 1 run in. Red Sox coming up. Worcester with the Red Sox lineup brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com.
Thanks, Mr. O'Brien. Leading off for the Red Sox, the left fielder Andrew Benintendi. The shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. At first base, Mitch Moreland. Batting fourth, the DH, J.D. Martinez. At third base, Rafael Devers. The second baseman, Brock Holt. The center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. The right fielder, Blake Swihart. And batting ninth, the catcher, Sandy Leone.
Olivia and Evan doing their family very proud. Popped up by Benintendi up into the sun. Thompson coming on. Tilson as well. Tilson will take it from left field. So Benintendi swinging at the first pitch. Pops it up for out number 1. Facing the right-hander, Reynaldo Lopez, 1-4, 3.42 ERA, and Eck, he can bring it.
Oh, yes, he can. 97, then changeup and slider. But that 1-4 record, he's got buzzard luck. No support. Having a nice year, really. Maybe a little too many walks.
Now facing the Red Sox for the first time in his career. He's 24 years old, from the Dominican Republic. Bogaerts hitting .283 with 9 home runs. You know, walks have been a primary issue for Lopez, as well as their entire staff, actually. 71 innings, he's walked 31, but otherwise he's been tough to hit.
Once again, 95. What new? I mean, 95 every day just to stay in shape.
95 feels average to me.
Totally. It's like somebody throwing 90.
That's pretty nasty right there. A slider to follow that 95 at 82 miles an hour.
Funny swing by Bogaerts.
Fooled.
Yes.
He was 1 for 4 yesterday in a Red Sox win. Ooh. And again. And down he goes, strike 3. So 2 fast outs.
Let's take a look at the White Sox defense. They are 14th in the league, 45 errors on the season. Sanchez at third base, Anderson the shortstop, Moncada at second, and Davidson at first. Left to right, Tilson, Thompson, and Polka. And the Bias doing the catching for Lopez.
Moreland a step in, 295, 10 homers, driven in 30. Batting average under 300 for the first time in a while. 96 through the heart. Mitch did not start yesterday. He did come in late as a defensive replacement. Hard hit but foul. Our key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. Moreland against righties, 316 with 9 home runs.
A little confusion there. Got 3 pitches. You'd think he had 5.
0-2.
Oh my goodness.
On the corner at 96. Moreland didn't think so, but James Hoy did. Fenway this summer. Visit aceticket.com right now.
I don't know about this last pitch. You know, I want everything, but I thought that ball was high.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit high and a little bit inside also. I mean, it did get a fraction of the strike zone, but you don't generally see high pitches like that called strikes.
I wouldn't want that. I mean, I'll take it, but normally
you'd want it. You'd want it.
You mean you're going to give it back?
When I'm sitting up here, I don't really need it.
Wait a minute, sir.
Mitch, get back in the box.
Yeah, never mind.
Narvaez will pop that one up. Foul out of play. 187 hitter. He's the catcher. Yeah, we do have the microphones around home plate. We can pick up conversations in the tail end of that. That's exactly what Hoy said to Moreland. He said, I got it on the high end, but I got it on the corner. The looper over third and down the line. That's going to dunk down for a hit. Benintendi to cut it. Going to hold him at first base. Narvaez, who has been cold with the bat, has himself a single.
Yeah, he's pretty happy about that. He just kind of sliced one down that left field line, inside out swing, and you can see no chance for anybody. Devers has no chance. So good play by Benintendi to get it back in a hurry and hold him to the one base. That's the kind that's really going to tick the pitcher off. I mean, you get a little slice to the opposite field.
We'll send up Tim Anderson, number 7 hitter. He's led off a couple of games here. 242 with 11 home runs. Got to be careful with him. 1-0 Chicago.
You know, it's when they get that little nub job down the line over there when an RBI double. That's when it gets you.
Yeah.
You can pitch around this thing.
Jerry, they had a bunt in this series that you would have been so proud of.
Oh, yeah.
Rolling down the third base line, and the only thing that kept it fair was the chalk almost all the way to third base.
You got to manicure that chalk.
Yes. Line down into the corner, and that's a foul ball.
Thank goodness that's a foul ball.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC, Lenny, and Steve will break down Rick Porcello's start today against the White Sox.
Takes 3 guys to do that pregame show.
You got to talk to that guy.
you got more than you got Steve Lyons. You don't need anybody else.
Yeah. Well, we got 3 today. Joseph's here in the sunshine. Oh, 2 on Anderson. Nobody out, a man aboard.
Oh,
did not get that call.
I want that. You could pitch. If you get that pitch right there, I'll tell you.
That's one he wants real bad because you know that's a good sinker right there and just missed the outside corner.
It was coming back.
One, 2. A little bit wider that time at 92. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one a little bit farther outside without question. That's more of a 2-seam fastball that time, and
they normally give up on that, and you just bring it back just a hair.
Anderson, a guy who can run very well. Down he goes. He'll take a walk back to the dugout here. Second strikeout for Rick Porcello.
Yeah, after all those sinkers, he throws a kind of an ugly slider. This is what he's not trying to do this at all, but he just couldn't get to it.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, great price for auto, home, and life insurance. So 1 gone. Charlie Tilson, the batter, at just 220 with no home runs. And in a 9 for 41 skid. Porcello has seen these guys a lot, the White Sox anyway, in his career. 11-8, a 4.35 ERA. Went 1-0 against them last year. 0-1. Now 0-2. Sox at home with a record of 23-10, 21-11 on the road. And now headed to Baltimore, Seattle, and Minnesota.
It's a long one, man. What, 11 days?
This was a tough one to pack for. This was a 2-bagger.
Really?
I had a lot of stuff, Jerry. 0-2. Punched into left field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Again, not hit hard, but a single for Tilson.
Get 2 of those in the same inning, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, you make pretty good pitches, and you end up with those little slices to the opposite field. You get a couple of men on base, the 1 out, working to the 9 batter in the order. Porcello looking for a ground ball here to try to get out of this with a double play.
Trace Thompson will be the next hitter, hitting just 126. So it gave up a base hit to a guy hitting 187, another hitting 220. Thompson does have a little bit of power, 3 home runs. His brother has just celebrated another NBA World Championship, and that'll be high for ball 1.
Everywhere he goes, he's probably got to live with that, huh? That's that kid's brother. That's Thompson's brother.
His brother Clay.
Trying to make a name for himself.
Yeah. Father Michael also played in the NBA for a long time, fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You're not going to get a ground ball up there, that's for sure. But Porcello's given up, what, 49% ground ball outs, which is way up there on the list. And that's what I think of when I think of Porcello. Long before he came here, he was a ground ball guy. That's why him giving up all those home runs last year was kind of just not him.
Yeah, allowed 38. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation. Thank you to the Sox Foundation for harnessing the passion of Red Sox fans to raise funds and awareness. White Sox trying to add to their 1-0 lead. They have all the hits in the game. They have 4 and 2 on with 1 out. And the 2-1 from Porcello will not be made. Thompson, the guy who had the game-winning RBI single in the 7th inning off Chris Sale on Friday, the only run in that contest.
Wonder if he second guessed that pitch selection. Yeah, he just said, "Where's that?
Yeah,
I got to have that.
Let's go, let's go. I got to have that." And he's saying outside.
This is paint. This is perfect. This is a perfect slider. I'm perfect.
So there's been a couple so far in this game Porcello has not been very happy about, saying, "Let's go. Got to have that."
3-1. Ground ball toward the hole, cut off by Devers in the second one on to first and safe. So they'll be on the corners. No turn of the double play. But he got a ground ball to get 1.
Yeah, just too far for Devers to go to his left. You know, he's got to make about 5 steps to his left, and then you can see how the runner came back up on Holt at second base, which makes him have to throw over the top, and that's a lot more difficult to do and get a lot on it to first base. Look at the runner coming right up in his chest. This is a great look at it right here, what he's going to deal with. The runner coming back up on him. And from that point, it's very difficult to get a lot on a throw in this contact.
And that's the difference between double play ball out of the inning.
Yep.
Sends up Moncada, swung at the very first pitch in the ball game and tore into a line drive single to center field. It's that one hard. Xander Bogaerts on the other side will get him at first base. So Porcello gets out of it. 13 champions. Game number 66. Red Sox would lose to the Rays 8-3. Desmond Jennings 3 for 5, 2 solo homers for Tampa Bay. Reynaldo Lopez, first time the Red Sox are seeing him, and he had an impressive first inning. Chicago on top 1-0. He struck out Bogarts and Moreland. Now taking on J.D. Martinez, designated hitter this afternoon. 318, 21 homers, 54 runs batted in. Gave the Red Sox the lead with number 21 to lead the majors yesterday, and he'll take ball 1. That's 21, the most by a Red Sox hitter through 65 games since Manny in 2001 hit 21. Same number of games. Sock to right. Palka was very deep. He's not going to get it. It'll take a skip, and that'll be a double. Up into the seats, and the Red Sox have their first hit. You could have predicted it would come from Martinez.
You talk about using the whole field. This is ridiculous. It really is. A guy that has this type of power. First fastball he saw, ball, I don't even think it beat him. He just stayed on it and hit the ball the other way. That's like you're supposed to. You can't try to pull this ball. You can't do anything else but hit this ball like that so hard.
He stays back as long as he possibly can, and that's the reason you see a lot of balls hit to the opposite field, whether they be base hits or home runs. He doesn't get out there too soon.
How about his exit velocity in this day and age? This guy, everything he hits is hard.
Devers will lay off. He'll take ball 1. But it's, and we saw this in spring training right away, Jerry. Foul line to foul line.
Yeah, absolutely, without question. You know, and with power. He's just a real good hitter who has the ability to drive the ball out of the ballpark to the opposite field.
Devers 230 with 9 home runs.
I mean, to me, you got to crowd him. Anything that, you know, I know he stays inside the ball, but man, he'll wear you out. Throw a ball out over the plate.
You know, he's so smart, you know, that you start doing that to him, and we've seen it over the course of the summer. That, you know, then he'll start looking in there.
Yeah.
And he'll clean one out. Just to keep you honest.
I know you both noticed it, but his at bats tend to be very quick. He either gets a hit or he makes an out within about 3 or 4 pitches maximum. He's looking to do damage right away.
Yeah. Well, it's that theory that they have. You know, you see a good pitch, hit it.
Seems to find that good pitch to hit real fast. Here comes the 2-1 to Devers. And a line shot into right center, down for a hit. Martinez to third, going to wave him in. Thompson, long throw. It's cut, and the Red Sox have tied the ball game. Devers with his 29th RBI, and it's a 1-1 game.
He's never seen a changeup from Lopez, but it just sort of runs into his bat, doesn't it? Beautiful thing. Ball downstairs, something off. Look at it. That is a tough pitch. It was beginning to run away from him, but he got it and snapped it right into right center field.
Yeah, that ball's not even a strike. That ball's away from him in the outside part of the plate. Now Martinez makes sure that the ball gets through, and then they wave him on. He has no problem scoring from second base. So, you know, Devers, some of the pitches he hits amaze me. They really do, because you have not seen a changeup yet in the game.
He's running. They have a play on. He got by it. Here's the throw to first base in time. Ground ball almost got him.
You know, we don't see that much hit and run, but this ball's hit sharply. Got a heads up right here.
Yeah, it stays away from a double play right there by getting Devers off on the first pitch. The contact by Holt.
Whoa.
And no chance for a double play there, so they get a man in a scoring position now with just the 1 out.
You see him jump, just misses a hit, and he would have been out. And it looks like he's trying to take him out, or he's catching off balance or
Big
something.
Kid, but pretty acrobatic.
Yes.
Huh? So down to second with 1 down, brings up Jackie Bradley, 197 with 3 homers. Attacking early.
Yeah, they're hacking, aren't they? They saw the first inning and they said, you know, we're going after that first fastball we see. And in Devers' case, it was a changeup. He probably thought it was a fastball.
He probably did.
Jackie yesterday blasting one 414 feet to the batter's eye in center for his 3rd home run of the year. He was 1 for 3. last 8 games against the White Sox, Bradley has hit 3 homers.
Finally decided on a fastball in, I think.
And the 0-1. Runner going. And no throw down to third. Devers dives in with a stolen base.
Boy, he is frisky today, isn't he?
What's going on? A lot of coffee for Devers this morning. I mean, he's off at first. He's off at second. Devers, for a big guy, runs pretty well. He really does. And he had a walking lead, a jumping lead towards second base, and that's exactly what you want when you're trying to steal. You don't want to go from a flat-footed position. Now the infield comes in.
Well, he knows that third baseman's off the bag, right? Knowing that.
So Bradley trying to pick up his 14th RBI. Lopez works with a very quick tempo until there are men on. Then he really slows it down.
You know, I think they'll send Devers here on contact too. The contact play. If the runner at third base reads ground ball, he takes off. I think they will do that as they work toward the bottom of the lineup.
You like that?
I do. I love it. I think it should be successful like 95% of the time if you read it right.
2-1. Good stop. Narvaez with the block. But also a good count for Jackie Bradley Jr. 3-1. Now the inning began with the double by J.D. Martinez. Devers drove him in. Now he has stolen third. Good hitters count. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball, they are sending him. Davidson coming home, the tag, and he is out. See if the Red Sox challenge this play.
Did he get his foot in?
Did he get it in?
That's the question. They are going to take a look quickly and see if there's a reason to check this play out.
That ball was hit so slowly, I said, uh-oh, I don't think they got to play at the plate. They did it anyway, and just wonder if this tag got him on the chest. Did the foot get in? He kind of blocked it a hair, too.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play by the catcher.
He's in front of that bag there, in front of the plate.
Yeah, but he didn't block the play.
Right.
Until he had the ball. I think that might hold up. They're not going to check it.
No challenge here. So Bradley becomes the runner at first as Devers is cut down. Brings up Blake Swihart hitting 150. No home runs.
That was a good play to run on too from third base. You think about it, slow chopper like that.
Yeah, and the only thing that got Devers there was the fact that the first baseman Davidson had to come in to make that play, so it wasn't a long throw for him.
Can't get much closer than that.
Bradley 6 steals and 6 tries. He takes off. It's a strike to throw down, and it is going to get away. And Jackie has a theft of second.
Now look, there's no question here that the Red Sox know that they can run on Lopez. Lopez very slow to home plate, and any guy that has the ability to steal a base, they're going to take off.
If Anderson picks this ball, he might be out. But it was a tough pick. In front of the bag, you see where he gets this ball. The ball might have beat him, right?
Yeah, I think that's the proper way to make the play. I hate when infielders get in front of the bag because it makes that tag longer. And I like where he took that ball, but he just couldn't come up with the pick.
So Bradley 7 for 7. Swihart with an RBI opportunity and cracks that one foul.
Import NESN Red Sox schedule on any device for alerts 15 minutes prior to each game with matchup info, streaks, updated times, and more. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import it now. It's presented by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of the Boston Red Sox and Major League Baseball.
1-2 to Swihart. And down he goes, strike 3. That's all. Red Sox get the 1 to tie it.
Alex Cora said that he hit today. It was good. He was driving the ball. Now, he still had a few things that they wanted him to do. He was going to go through his whole pregame routine, and Cora said that he was going to be hitting off the machine during the game. They'll see how he reacts to that before they decide on what the next step will be. And Dustin Pedroia is still dealing with inflammation, so his baseball activities are limited. He is feeling better, though, guys. Just a slow process, but he will travel with the team on the upcoming road trip.
Karen, thank you very much. That means we'll hear from Petey as soon as the charter is landing. You know, in Baltimore, we'll know the caliber of the landing. His running critique of the pilot's work. It's one of the highlights of being on the Red Sox charter. And good news on Mookie Betts, although nothing firm as to when he's going to return. Yolmer Sanchez scored a run after reaching on a fielder's choice in the first inning. We're tied up 1-1 into the third on a lovely day here. Sanchez, then Abreu, and then Polka. So that's 2, 3, and 4. They have 4 hits off of Rick Porcello, but a couple of them not hit very hard that have dropped in. Got out of a bit of a jam last inning. One ball and 1 strike. Red Sox really came out in the second inning swinging and running against Lopez in Chicago.
You know, we kind of highlighted last inning the fact that it does take him a long time to get the ball to home plate, and you know, guys that have the ability to steal a base don't have to be blazing fast, but you know, those are the kind of guys you run on.
Fly into left field. Benintendi plenty of time to his right. So one man gone. When hip and knee pain force you to sit out, make sure you visit the joint replacement experts at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. Visit bidmc.org. They'll send up Abreu, an RBI double in the first inning that chased in Sanchez. He is 5 for 17, a home run against Rick Porcello. Abreu came into the ball game just 10 for his last 50, but ripped the double. Now he's in a hole, 0-2.
I tell you, it's hard to think with Porcello. He's got so many ways to go. One pitch I haven't seen a lot of recently is the changeup. Remember at the start of the year, he had a great changeup, got a lot of easy outs. It's hard to look for something off Rick. He's just got so many ways to go.
So you might see a change here.
Yep.
0-2.
Sometimes he saves that for the second time around the lineup. You know, he'll go with that fastball, the slider the first time, and then he mix in that change the second time through.
Coming in 8-2. Last year didn't get his 8th win until August 20th. That was against the Yankees.
But he's got that slider. He's got a curveball. He'll even do a little front door slider at you.
Two-two to Abreu, and a breaking ball away.
And that's the curveball.
He's not walked anybody in this one.
He doesn't walk guys. That's just his MO.
He's had 5 starts this season where he hasn't walked a soul. Only Kluber in the American League has been better with 7 of those.
Kluber's ridiculous, huh? I mean, punches everybody out, doesn't walk anybody.
The extra incredible Simmons Beauty Rest mattress is back at Jordan's Furniture. Get an amazing queen size mattress set with pocketed coils and a soft quilted Eurotop design for just $449. Visit a store or shop online today. And a 3-2. He hangs in there.
He's tried about 3 high fastballs in this at bat to Abreu. And Abreu just barely fouling that last one off. Looked like he was going for the strikeout on that pitch. Let's see what they get dialed up here for the 3-2 count. Another fastball inside. Two-seamer probably.
Jammed him.
That's kind of the way that you should pitch to JD Martinez. It's pretty much how they're going after him. You hang a breaking ball, this guy, he'll kill it.
He does have 10 home runs.
This guy's got good power the other way too. We've seen him go deep the opposite field off of us a lot.
I don't know what's coming here, but I saw Porcello just telling Bogaerts to move over to his left a little bit.
And he missed. Long at bat, but he puts him on. First walk here today for Rick Porcello. Daniel Polka will be next. He's 0 for 1 with a ground up, but a hot smash to first base in the first inning.
Take a look back at that last pitch as Porcello turning around looking at Bogaerts and saying, you know, move over to your left. And that's exactly what Bogaerts did. He took about 3 or 4 steps to his left, so he was expecting Abreu to try to pull that ground ball, but didn't get it where he wanted.
Put a 3-man shift on that right side.
Hey, Jerry, did I ever tell you to scoot over? Hey, scoot over.
Yeah, you
like
did.
Palmer, did I?
Yeah, you did. You did a couple of times.
Huh.
You know? Bob Stanley told me one time, and where he moved me, the ball was hit exactly to where I was, and he called me in. He said, "I'll never move you again."
I know Palmer used to do that all the time. Little here.
Yeah. But we expect that. We expect that.
Massive swing and a miss.
Boy, he goes to hacking there.
So you don't mind it.
Just a little smidge.
Well, I don't mind it at all. I mean, whatever they've got in mind that they want to do, I want to be in the proposition for them. And if they think that's where it's going to go, that's where I got to go. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh-2 popped up. That'll twist foul back out of play.
He keeps swinging at that high fastball.
Now, back when you guys were active players, there wasn't nearly as much shifting.
Oh no.
As there is today.
No, hardly at all. I mean, you can count on one hand the guys that you would shift on, and it was very, very few. I remember when Fisk went to the White Sox, we'd shift on him.
Yeah, he's dead pull.
Dead pull, you know, and I hated it because I was in a position where if I got a ground ball, I don't think I could reach first base.
Hard hit. Holt's got it.
Oh.
And gets through and off into left field. Abreu will slide in. He's at third. Polka reaching at first base, and trouble here for the Red Sox.
That's Devers there trying to turn 2 at short. That just doesn't happen very often, but he just whiffs on this ball. Ball's hit hard, really. Polka hit that ball, and that's a double play ball. It hit so hard, but you see, he just whiffed it.
Yeah, it looked to me like he was looking at the runner and not at the baseball. And you know, his job in that position right there is number one,
get an out.
Just get an out at second base, and don't worry about the double play. If you get a chance to get it, you get it, but get the one out.
And there was nothing wrong with that throw at all.
No, a little bit low, but certainly should have been handled.
And heads up by Abreu to go to third.
It will be an error on Devers. So one down, they're on at first and third for Davidson, who struck out in first inning.
Ow.
And that's going to hit him. And that's going to load up the bases, so they are all filled up on the hit batsman. And big time trouble for Rick Porcello.
Well, Porcello comes in a lot. He's not afraid to hit somebody, but he doesn't want to hit somebody right there. He just couldn't get his hand out of the way. That ball's just a fastball in, coming in a little bit, two-seamer, and he just gets hit on the forearm. That's the risk you take going inside.
That is the 9th batter he has hit, number 1 on the staff.
That's a lot.
So no place to put Narvaez, who has singled 1 for 1 today. And they have loaded up the bases without the benefit of a hit. The walk, the error, the hit batsman. Now a guy who had been slumping coming in, Narvaez. So Porcello in need of a ground ball right at somebody. Gets a pop up instead. Bogart's drifting back underneath. Infield fly in effect, and he's got it for the second out, and a quick out of Narvaez.
Take that. Number one choice, the ground ball. Second choice, a little pop up like that. Nobody can move along.
They'll send up Tim Anderson, who struck out first time up. So it has been a struggle for Porcello. He's only allowed the one run. Anderson at 241. Can drive it though with 11 homers.
Not a good breaking ball at all. You're lucky when you make a bad breaking ball, you just hope it's so bad. That in between one is the one that goes a long ways.
Anderson just 1 for 18 with the bases loaded in his career. And a 1-0. 2-0.
Back to back. Ugh. Huh? Sliders? There's no way he's trying to do that.
Going to be chatting in between the inning with Alex Cora, Red Sox manager. He'll be live from the dugout. All filled up for the White Sox. The 2-0. Now 3-0.
Uh-oh.
He's walked one man in the inning. Abreu, Palka, and Davidson.
This guy got a green light, Jerry.
With the home run power, he may. Actually, he tipped it off that he did right out of the chute. He was bending over and crouched up on the bat.
Getting small.
Yeah.
3-1. Porcello trying to wriggle free of a big time jam. And instead he walks him. That'll force in a run. His second walk in the inning.
That's not a bad pitch right there.
Might have been a strike.
Abreu will score to make it 2-1.
That's what happens. That's what happens. You get 3 balls. You know, you can't just be off the plate. It costs you a run.
Yeah, he's not pinpoint today, so he's not getting that call. But you can see that that's, you know, that one is close enough. We saw it early in the game where it was called a strike.
So unlike Porcello, to say the least.
They walked Abreu to put him on, and now walks Anderson to bring in Abreu. And here comes Tilson, who singled in the second inning, 1 for 1. Although he did not hit it sharply. In there for strike 1. So the bases reloaded. Porcello up to 61 pitches. And agrees with Leone here. Here comes the 0-1 to the lefty hitter. And he skipped it.
He's having difficulties now really with almost all of his pitches. It's you know, it's not pinpoint like we're accustomed to seeing.
He's in between too. You know, he's not getting it and going. He's kind of having a tough time with Leone. He's a tough guy to call. He's got so many ways to go about getting guys out. I wouldn't know how to begin to put the fingers down for him.
You know, it's almost like right now he's looking for a pitch that he can find that's going to work for him. That'll work. That ball's right at the top of the strike zone, and now you've got the hitter that's going to complain about that, Anderson.
Well, he wasn't trying to throw it up there. I guarantee you that.
Nope.
This is an ugly breaking ball up there. He's thrown a couple of sliders like that. Another one.
James Hoy has heard it a bit from both sides today. The 1-2 and popped him up. Another play for Xander Bogaerts, backpedaling underneath, and he's got it. In the end, 1 run scores, 2-1 Chicago. The Red Sox coming up in the last half of the 3rd inning. As we take a look at our road ahead, presented by People's United Bank. On today in his BP.
Today was actually a great day for him in batting practice. He just finished a round of BP2 in the cage, and we'll see how he reacts to it, and we go from there.
Can you give us any idea when you might have him back, AC, at this point?
Honestly, no.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Alex Cora still waiting on that, the official word on Mookie Betts, but doing a little more hitting today, and we shall see if we get him in Baltimore.
He's not coming tomorrow.
Would not appear to be the case.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, he wants to get in a minor league rehab game, at least one of those, and then the Red Sox have to see how that goes. But it's been frustrating for him. I know that.
Now they got to be very careful. I mean, that's a tough injury, and it just takes one swing or one wrong move, and you're right back to square one. So I mean, it's got to be it's got to be gone before you even play the game.
So, we had David Ortiz in the booth midweek, and he said the exact same thing. He said that was his advice to Mookie Betts. He said, make sure you are 100% feeling as good as you possibly can, because you don't want to tweak that and wind up on that DL for a month.
Hey, that's Carlton Catcher.
Yeah. Here with his 2 teams he played for, right? Red Sox, White Sox.
Yeah.
About equal amount of time.
It was Mookie before the game and did get in some great swings. He hit a number of shots off the wall. And he has been walking out of these sessions with a big smile on his face. So then everyone gets excited, like, yeah, probably see him in about 48 hours down in Baltimore maybe. But Red Sox are taking it so slowly on this. Mookie's still leading the major leagues in batting average at .359. So Sandy Leon will lead things off here last half of the 3rd inning. 2-1 Chicago. Sandy .244 with a pair of home runs. He'll be followed by Benintendi and then Bogaerts. Against Reynaldo Lopez, was a live arm. Hot shot. Davidson has it. To the bag for the out, 1 away.
Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Lenny Denaro, Steve Lyons will preview Stephen Wright's start tomorrow against the Orioles. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Benintendi flied out to left his first at bat on 1 pitch. 0 for 1 today. He's done excellent work filling in as the leadoff man. 14 games in the top spot, hitting .344, 5 homers, 12 RBIs.
Started him with a changeup this time, and the last time up he swung at that first fastball that Lopez featured, and this time he starts him with a changeup followed by the fastball. Quickly ahead 0-2.
Xander Bogaerts on deck. And the 0-2.
Oh,
look out.
High and tight.
You go as hard as you can. Sometimes it gets away from you. Just trying to waste a pitch upstairs. Don't waste it at my face now.
That was pretty close.
One-two. Rope toward right, but he hooked it foul. Last 23 games, Benintendi hitting a stout .360. And he'll lay off, and it's outside at 96. White Sox up 2-1, third inning. Lopez was a free agent after making his debut in Washington 2 years ago. Picked up by the White Sox. Check swing foul.
It's got good stuff.
Kind of a flat slider.
.511, 200 pounds.
Looks strong.
3-2.
Three-two change, huh? Not even close.
So he walks him. First walk issued here today by Chicago. That'll bring up Bogarts.
Off and running.
Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you in part by Eastern Bank. Good celebrates this month and every month. Eastern Bank continues to support the local LGBTQ community. Learn more at joinusforgood.com.
Now let's see if Benintendi tries to run at first base. Everybody has been. Benintendi with 10 on the season, only caught one time.
When's the last time you saw a pitch out, Jerry?
It's been a long time. They don't care anymore about pitch outs.
Guys, what's a pitch out?
Yeah, no kidding.
Describe that for me. I mean, nobody does it anymore.
Quickened up a little bit that time.
Yeah, he did.
Little slide step. Not a complete side step, but almost. And a slide step, I mean keeping that front leg close to the dirt as he delivers the home plate, not using a high leg kick. You see the front foot just kind of real low to the ground instead of the high leg kick.
Sanders singled and scored in yesterday's win. 0-1, little tapper to third. Sanchez has to hustle. And got him at first base. Down to second is Benintendi.
Right now I'm supposed to be reading a promo.
Flying out of here.
But the promo went flying out the window.
It just
That's
landed.
beautiful.
It just landed right next to JD Martinez. That's the copy.
There's the copy.
That's Jerry's copy right there.
Yeah, maybe JD can read it from down there on deck because
that's awesome.
I have no clue what it's about.
It's a bit of a windy day.
Yeah, look at it. There it goes. That's my promo.
That is so awesome. I've never seen anything like it. Have you?
Nah, I'm glad it's not my scorecard.
Right out it went.
Oh, man, that doesn't happen every day.
Little breezy today at Fenway. High and tight. The spin around Moreland. And here it goes.
I love it.
Jerry just gave up on it. The heck with it.
I'm not diving out there for it.
Don't blame you.
It's only a promo.
There are more to come.
Let them flip those promos out of here.
2 down, a man at second, and a 1-0. Be taken down and in. Mitch at 293, 10 home runs. So Sox have the tying run in scoring position. And he'll take ball 3. And Martinez is on deck. He's already doubled down the right field line today.
I'd get ball in the green light right here too.
Yes.
Might get one of those get me over fastballs.
Not even close, and he walks him. So he's walked 2 men in this inning, and Martinez will climb in with runners at first and second.
Oh, we knew going in he's going to have some control problems walking what he has this year. He wasn't even close on 4 shots there.
Time for our 180 moment of the game. This is the promo going out the window presented by Awaken 180 weight loss.
There it is.
He's going to read it.
Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox.
Chris is down there reading it right now. He's on deck.
Oh, yeah. See if he can run that back up.
Should mic him.
JD with a double, and he has scored a run. Hitting .321 with 21 home runs.
Boy, he got a pitch to hit right there, too. Whew.
Leads the majors with 14 home runs at home. Man, has he settled into Fenway.
Takes that deep breath every time he gets in the box.
Yeah, now blowing his hand and put one finger up. See that?
Yep.
Every single time.
Toward right, but foul. Quickly 0-2.
This guy doesn't know where his fastball's going.
Creatures of habit. Here comes the deep breath. It'll be coming in a second. There it is. Tip of the cap. Blow on his hand and put the finger up.
First and second with 2 away. It's funny how when a guy's hitting .220 with no home runs, nobody cares much about his routine.
Yeah, that's so true.
When he's hitting .321 and leading the world in home runs and RBIs, it's fascinating stuff. How does he do what he does? Whirls, but he does not throw. Benintendi back to second. Moreland on at first.
Man, I'd be so geared at facing Martinez right now. I would spin. My spin move would be in my pocket.
Devers on deck. 1-2 from Lopez. JD with 3 home runs in his last 4 games against Chicago, including yesterday.
That's Brian Zaccello and his daughter enjoying the game today. Very popular on Nesson hockey, Bruins hockey.
Hard hit but foul.
Better known as Z.
Our man Z.
Z.
Can do hockey, he can do baseball, he can do anything. Today just being a dad. His daughter came into the booth and said, "Where does Jerry sit?" That's where I want to sit. 2-2. Foul all the way again.
He had a good swing at that. A fastball right down the middle.
He's had a couple pitches to hit this at bat. The first one and that one. Then he yanked the ball down the line. Everything he hits is hard.
And by his standards, this is a very long at bat. And Lopez with a 2-2. Punch to third. Sanchez in the foot race gets there to retire the side. 2 men left. Batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? By KM, together we grill. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. White Sox in the lead here, 2-1.
That was Marina Bay, I think.
Lovely shot. Beautiful day.
You almost lost your scorecard.
I very nearly lost my scorecard out the window. We may have to close this thing.
I'm thinking about it.
Come on, it's beautiful.
I fly down the left field line. Benintendi was way over. Lengthy run, and he'll get there.
God, he went a long ways for that. Thank God this ball's up in the air long enough. Look at Benny. He's on his horse a little bit. You never see him. You know, he's always in a perfect stride. He was getting it right there.
Yeah, he was shading way over toward left center field, and he had a long way to go to make that play. But he makes that play look easy.
Porcello a fan of the effort.
Yeah, he thinks another one's going to drop down that left field corner, but not this time.
Moncada 1 for 2 with a base hit. Popped that one into center field. Jackie Bradley battling the sun a little bit, but he's got it. 2 down. Now for 4 generations, KM has been locally crafting quality Franks for all Sox fans. Pick up KM Fenway Franks at your grocer today. KM, together we grill. Porcello in need of a fast inning. He gets the first 2 outs quickly. That'll bring up Yomer Sanchez, who is 0 for 2 with a run. Look at strike 1. Tampa Bay leading Seattle 3-1 5th inning. Seattle and Houston tied atop the AL West. And we will see that very fine Mariners ball club coming up on the road swing. And they're really good pitching. Abreu on deck. And the 0-2 from the righty.
That was a desperation swing right there. I don't think he was thinking about a breaking ball in that situation. 0-2, and he got one and was very fortunate to foul that off.
Trying to put away the number 2 hitter, the 0-2.
Boy, he's thrown 4 different pitches this at bat, Jerry.
Yep.
Change-up, cutter, curveball, and then try to punch him out with a two-seamer in.
He's really almost impossible to guess with.
Got him. 90. He struck him out looking. 1, 2, 3 they go.
He got one there, right?
Yes, he did. But I got to have that too.
Red Sox alumni game. Net proceeds from the jersey auction will support our good friend and former NESN videographer John Martin with his battle against ALS. The auction is open until Tuesday at 4 p.m. Visit redsox.com/RSF auction to bid.
Devers popping one up a mile but out of place. Our man Jay there modeling the Cafe Martin cap. Red Sox trailing here 2-1 in the fourth inning. John, our dear friend. Here's the 0-1. Devers with an RBI single in the second inning. So he's got a little hitting streak cruising along now, 5 in a row.
You just never know with Devers, man. He's hacking out of the chute. He's swinging at balls in the dirt. Then he'll hit a rocket.
One of 6 players ever to hit a postseason home run before turning 21. One of the stops on this upcoming trip is Seattle, and that's where he hit his first major league home run, and he walloped it in a big ballpark.
Yeah, not an easy place to go deep.
He crushed it to center on his call up last year. Brock Holt on deck. That's in there for strike 3. He made a good pitch. Really good pitch. 97 on the black.
That's pretty nasty right there. You know, there's not much you can do with that. If you swing at it, you just hope to foul it off.
After the soft stuff, this is paint. You got to sit down. I mean, that is a perfect pitch.
Brock Holt 0 for 1. He is tapped to second. Hitting right at 300. Went there again at 96.
He's consistently been 95, 96, hasn't he? All day long with that fastball.
1-1. And cracked foul at the plate. You can see why they are really high on Lopez. Only 24 years old.
He lost it for a while. The fastball was kind of high and away, and then he found it again. His off-speed stuff is sort of so-so.
He's going to get him here. Down goes Brock Holt as he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks here for the right-hander.
Tonight, following Red Sox coverage on an all-new NESN clubhouse, we break down the tech that protects behind the plate. Plus, Dustin Pedroia answers fans' questions on this week's Small Talk. Don't miss NESN Clubhouse this evening at 5, presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts.
2 up, 2 down on strikeouts. 5 now for Lopez. Here's Jackie Bradley. Jackie had that batting clip up over 200 briefly. Now 196, 3 home runs. Sox have been held to 2 hits. Jackie had not homered before yesterday since the 20th of April. He flies that one to left center field. Thompson has it lined up in the alley, and the Red Sox go quietly in the 4th. official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. William Ravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Boston Red Sox, and by the all-new Subaru Ascent. Love is now bigger than ever this summer. For the White Sox, 2 runs on 4 hits. For the Red Sox, 1 run on 2 hits and an error. Moving on to the 5th inning, Rick Porcello to get Abreu, Polka, and Davidson. So it's the heart of their order. And is seeing a right-hander for the 3rd time today. Abreu, an RBI double in the 1st inning. He's also walked and scored, so he has factored in as he typically does for the White Sox. Abreu, Joe DiMaggio, and Albert Pujols, the only major league players to begin their careers with 4 consecutive seasons of 25 or more homers and 100 or more RBIs. Pretty good company.
He said he went on that swing. I didn't think he went. I don't think Abreu thought he went, but it's 0-2.
Ripped to center field. Bradley coming in, and Jackie will put it away. One man gone. Polka will be next. Polka has grounded out and also hit into a fielder's choice, play in which Devers committed an error on a throw into second base when he was covering. And that would lead to a run. Big overshift on him with Brock Holt shallow right. He's the man in the shotgun.
He's going to be a feature later on my Creatures of Habit. You like that segment?
I love the Creatures of Habit.
You ever see the Creatures of Habit?
I did before. What happened to it? It went our way.
It's coming
for a
back
while.
today.
Yeah.
I got one on Brock Holt.
Oh,
torn into.
That was a bullet.
Down the line, off the sidewall. He'll dig for second base as Swihart digs it, and it is a double and hard struck.
Well, he threw him 3 off-speed pitches. Then he threw, a changeup right there, and he was all over it.
Yeah, he does not get cheated. There's no question about that.
After 2 curveballs, he throws him a changeup right there, and he goes to work on it. Luckily, he didn't get this ball in the air.
Hardest hit baseball of the day sends up Davidson, who has whiffed and been hit by a pitch. So not much has been easy today so far for Rick Porcello.
I'll tell you, they're swinging. They are up there swinging the bat.
Davidson 229, good power, 11 home runs. Flied foul out of play. Yeah, Creatures of Habit, when you started it early in the season, I thought we're going to be looking for sponsors. I mean, everyone's going to want a piece of this. It's a runaway hit.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went away from it for a while. Sometimes the best ideas, they take a break.
Yeah, you gotta pick your spots, and you gotta figure out guys and see what they do. I got Brock Holt figured out.
0-2 into the dirt, blocked by Leon.
Only when he's playing second base. But he's got a routine that he goes through between innings that is the same every single time.
Well, we said it before. No athletes like baseball players are greater creatures of habit.
Right.
It's just some are worse than others. They take it to extremes.
Yeah. Garcia Parra.
Oh God, that was.
Holt comes out of the dugout when he's playing second base, and what he does is he goes around that first base bag. He won't touch that, and then he immediately goes to second base and touches that. That's like an automatic every single time. But he'll round that first base cutout and then go on the grass to his position at second base, tag the bag, and you can't play unless you tag the bag. That was my thing. I had to tag second base every single time. I'd go crazy if I did.
You got to tag that. You can't even take a ground ball before you do that.
Yeah, I got
Right.
to tag second.
1-2 to Davidson. Off speed, a big swing and a miss to get him. 74-mile-an-hour curveball to put him away.
He's got so many weapons to get you out. The slider's a little harder, but the curveball, he takes something off, and you get a lot of swings and misses from right-hand hitters. They just can't wait. Ball running away.
That's the second time, I believe, today he's got him on that curveball. Got him back in the first inning with it, and then again here in the fifth.
Every time a Red Sox pitcher fans a White Sox batter, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Narvaez has singled and popped up. 2 down, a man at second. 2-1 White Sox in the fifth. Heck, every player had one, or just about everybody I've ever known. What was your?
Well, there's a lot. First of all, it starts that no one sees in the clubhouse what you wear, right? That's how it all starts. How you put your socks on and go right socks first, right sock first, then left. And then obviously I never touched. Hello.
Line shot and one hop against the Bogarts. What did you never touch?
Never touched the foul lines or that. I always used to kick the rosin bag. Get away from me.
Yeah, Chris Sale does that too. 2-1 Chicago. Vote for your favorite Sox players at RedSox.com/vote and catch the Major League Baseball All-Star Game July 17, presented by MasterCard, live on Fox. Now at the midway point, bottom of the fifth, Ronaldo Lopez has been tough to hit as advertised. Swihart lofts one into right, not deep. Polka racing in, coming. He's got it. Swihart gone on one pitch. He's 0 for 2. And a man gone in the Red Sox fifth with Sandy Leon coming up.
It's kind of a strange breeze here at Fenway today. It's blowing in like a sea breeze, and it's you know, not that ball was crushed by any means, but it's knocking down the baseball as it heads out towards center field and right field.
You're hoping that thing was really knocked down so it could drop in front of Polka.
I thought it was gone.
It's a strange breeze. It's stealing Jerry's promos, bringing him right down to the diamond. Sandy Leon is 0 for 1. He is grounded at first. Time to see who's been driving the ball, presented by Toyo Tires. Sandy's last 11 games, Toyo Tires, the official tire of the Boston Red Sox. Trying to get something going against this righty. Benintendi on deck, the 2-0. High fly into left, well struck. Tilson back on the track and wall, leaps, can't get it. Leon digging for second base, and a stand-up double with one down.
Well, I didn't think that had enough to get off the wall when he hit it. I thought he skied it. Talking about this wind blowing in, but it made it on top of the scoreboard. He must have got more of it than you thought. Fastball middle.
Yeah, it's good hitting too. You know, taking that ball to the opposite field like that. And I'm with you. I thought at first it was going to get knocked down, but it just kept on going. So Leon stands on second base in scoring position with the 1-out double. Man, right on top of the scoreboard.
Sandy, 348 his last 14 games.
How many places that's an out, Jerry? That is an out everywhere.
Not here, Rick, as you well know.
Benintendi, ground ball to the second baseman, Moncada. Leon will advance with 2 down, with Bogarts due up.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC Wake and Steve will break down the game. And you'll hear from Rick Porcello and Alex Coro, who but WB Mason celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
Bogarts has struck out and grounded out 0 for 2. He does have a runner at third, but with 2 away, 2-1 Chicago.
Bogarts had a tough time with that breaking ball from Lopez.
That skips away, but not far enough.
Good job by Navarez there to be able to knock that ball down and keep it from continuing rolling up that first base line.
Tough block. You talk about a slider, not sure which way it's going to pop up.
Yeah, usually those things will break back to you, but that one didn't. Right off the right shoulder.
Red Sox tried to score on a contact play with a runner at third earlier today and had that runner cut down at home plate. It's the 12th runner the Sox have lost at home plate this season, is tied for the major league lead. Join Pedro and Carolina Martinez at the Pedro Martinez Charity Second Annual Feast with 45, June 29 at Fenway. It's a night of baseball, food, and drink. Tickets available at PedroMartinezCharity.com. A ball, a strike on Xander. Sandy Leon, the runner at third, and a 1-1.
Got his fastball right there.
I mean, it gets on you. It just does.
Yeah, it's like it's got some late life on it. You know, it comes out of his hand, and all of a sudden it looks like it explodes up there to 96 miles an hour.
It's like almost 3/4, but when it's upstairs, it's hot.
Xander 347 with runners in scoring position. But down 1-2 to Lopez. To short. Off balance throw. He dives and he's out at first base.
Great play.
Anderson off balance, getting it over there in time to retire the side and strand a runner 90 feet away. Chicago, and the man who just made a wonderful play, Tim Anderson, will lead off here.
Figures.
That's a great play that he made. I mean, there's so much pressure on you because you got a man at third base, and if you don't complete that play at first, it's a tie ball game. Great play.
At the plate, he has struck out and walked. Take another look.
To me, this is a spectacular play. The throw to boot. I mean, the hard line drive, kind of one hopper. He dives, gets it. Off balance throw, bang, bang.
Watch how far he's got to go for this, and he's got to go to his backhand, which is tough. He's got to plant on the outfield grass, which is tough. Off balance, which is tough, and then throw a strike to first base, which is tough. All with a man at third base.
0-2, he wouldn't chase. And you know how often a guy comes up to bat after making a great play? Actually, not that often. It actually doesn't happen that often, but we always think it does. 1-2. He was tempted and did not swing. Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 89 pitches, so a little on the high side for Porcello. That's poke foul.
Not a lot of hard hit balls. Last inning, the double was hit hard there by Polka, but two little bleeders in left field. There's two, and then the air cost him a run.
And the odd inning for Rick was the third when he walked two and hit a batter. They only got one run out of that, though. Here's the 2-2. He's run it full. White Sox with 5 hits, Red Sox with 3, and a 3-2. He's walked 3 men in this one. He was really upset with himself after that one. Anderson on for the second time on a walk. Premium flex plans are on sale right now. Those include matchups with the Yankees and some of the best seat locations at Fenway. For more info, go to redsox.com/premiumflex.
Now, there could be some action here. You got speed at first base. You got you're working toward the bottom of the lineup. You look for either a steal or possible hit and run in this situation as Embry starts to loosen for the Red Sox.
Tilson, the batter, 1 for 2. Devers is in several steps at third. And creeping in to guard against a bunt, which he's doing. Got it down. Devers will gun to get him. Runner into second base. Anderson on the sacrifice.
You don't see that very often here in the American League ever. But I think it's a good play for this club.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, something was going to happen with this this combination, and it turned out to be the sacrifice bunt. Devers makes the throw to first base. They get their man in a scoring position in a low-scoring game. So well done.
Pretty good bunt. You don't see bunts. A lot of guys can't bunt to begin with, let alone give up an out.
When you're hitting 220, you better be able to bunt.
Thompson is 0 for 2. He's got a man at second with 1 gone in a 1-run game. Moncada on deck. Toronto is drubbing Baltimore 9-1 in the 5th inning. Seattle and Tampa Bay locked up 3-3 in the 6th. Foul tip to the mid. It is 0-2.
And great speed at second base. 13 steals for Anderson. Holt trying to keep him as close as he possibly can without getting himself out of position.
And the 0-2 from the right-hander.
You know, Jerry, we saw the other night the catcher, you don't see it anymore. The catcher gave the pitcher let him know the second baseman was covered. He dropped his glove. He spun and threw. That doesn't happen very much anymore.
No, you don't.
1-2. Poke foul.
Ooh.
Nearly got into the radio booth next door, where the sure-handed Joe Castiglione certainly would have had it. $70-degree day here at Fenway. But a low-scoring affair. The 1-2. Stopped by Leon.
Nice play there by Sandy Leon. Breaking ball way outside, and he goes with it and is able to play it like a first baseman, pick it right out of the dirt. See how that ball comes back to him, the breaking ball? Just a little bit.
And time will be granted here by the home plate umpire James Hoy. Red Sox are finished with their trips to the state of Texas for this season, so Joe Castiglione has nothing to fear from the authorities there in Texas.
I missed 2 this year to Dallas and Houston.
Refuses to enter the Lone Star State. The 2-2. Soft ground ball. Moreland off the bag, has to feed Porcello in the foot race. He gets there and he takes a tumble. Here comes the runner trying to score, and Anderson is in. Porcello got tied up. He went down. It is 3-1 Chicago.
I don't know what happened over there, whether he tripped on the bag, but he was flying. He knew he had to go. Kind of paused that. He knew he had to get on his horse. He did. He caught the ball and he tripped. Tripped on the bag, almost took the umpire out, and then that's exactly why Anderson has a chance to score. Off balance, can't hold it, can't keep himself up. Just too bad, because that's a smart move by Anderson. He's going to be safe.
He really can fly.
That's really good base running by Anderson. I mean, once he sees Porcello go down like this, he knows that he's got a chance to score, and it was really no contest. I mean, Porcello did everything he could because he had to really hustle to get over to first base, and then just lost his footing after that, and that run comes around the score. So it's good play by Porcello, good play by the base runner.
And you know that Porcello's thinking, I got to plant and be ready to throw anyway.
Yeah.
Well, he never planted because he planted on his face.
Ran right into Quinn Walcott at his leg. So without the benefit of a hit, they manufacture a run.
Yeah, it's one case where the bunt paid off.
So the base is empty for Moncada with 2 down. But now 3-1 Chicago.
That pitch count over 100 now. This probably is his last inning, I would assume.
And Hembree is all loosened up in the bullpen. His season high is 116. Here's number 102. Mookie enjoying life at the moment, but I'd much rather be in there swinging away. And again, he did take more batting practice today. Looked good. 1-2. Moncada singled in the first inning, and the very first pitch he got, he has since grounded a short fly to center. Former Red Sox. Here's the 2-2 from Porcello.
A couple of freak runs in this game. One coming in on a walk, one coming in on that crazy play at first base.
Left it low. He's walked 3 men. One of them, Anderson, just came in to score. Another, Abreu, scored in the 3rd inning. So those walks have hurt him.
Moncada making a run and leading the league in punch-outs.
In there, strike 3. Caught him looking, but a run does score at 3-1.
Stay ahead of the latest news. Participate in a weekly baseball trivia contest every Tuesday through June 12th with a chance to win an ultimate ballpark experience. Visit NESN.com/fan experience to learn more.
Dennis Eckersley, Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, and Garen Austin with you. Great to have you with us here this afternoon. Bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox trying to solve Reynaldo Lopez. So far, he's held the Sox to 3 hits. JD Martinez with a double leading off the second. Devers then spanked a single to drive him in. The only Red Sox run so far. Moreland will lead it off. He has whiffed and walked today. Now it's Martinez and Devers. Third time around against the righty. Lopez has walked 2 and struck out 5. He's featured a fastball up to 97.
And that's been his best pitch without question.
Occasional good changeup. Slider that's sort of on and off.
Falling behind and the 2-0. Ripped into center field. Thompson on his horse to the track. It sails and it's high off the wall. That's going to be a long single as it is hustled back in, and it almost got out of the ballpark. Man, did he hit that hard.
How many times you see a guy only get a single with a ball off the center field wall? He smoked this ball. Had a chance, I thought. Goes about halfway off the wall. Thompson's right there, and the play's in front of Moreland, and he said, I don't think so. Nobody out.
Yeah, down by a couple of runs, smart base running play. You know, I agree with you. You usually think double in that situation, but the ball was hit so hard. And you got this guy coming up on deck.
Martinez 1 for 2 with a double and a run. Right through it as he started him off with a breaking ball.
One of the best sliders he's thrown today.
A lot of grass, a lot of green grass out toward 379, isn't there? Wow.
Well, you hit it out there, you can run all day.
Well, they figure if he pulls it, it's going to be off the wall anyway.
Lopez with the 0-1.
Man.
Drilled it in there at 96. Oh, and 2. Devers on deck.
I think it'd be a slider here. No.
Got the heater. Summer's cooler with a frozen lemonade at Dunkin'. Real fruit juice and real refreshing. The classic flavors you love. Original lemonade and strawberry. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. It's a limited time offer.
Well, maybe he's trying to set up that slider with a hard high fastball. He threw a good one. That first pitch is a good one. If he can do it again, hope he hangs it.
Ground ball. Third baseman scoops it. Sanchez to second on to first. Close. Double play. Heck of a turn there by Chicago. Cora's got a hand up though.
A lot of range there by Sanchez to get to that ball.
Yeah, he did hang it too, didn't he? And he just didn't get quite all of it. He puts it on the ground, but that's a heck of a play by Sanchez at third base. He covers a lot of ground, and then it gives that second baseman the time to turn the ball over.
Boy, he is thrilled, Lopez, and why not?
And no review. So Devers bats with the bases empty. He has singled in a run, stolen a base. He's also struck out. 3-1 White Sox.
There's that changeup again. That's the one Devers hit for a base hit back in the second, but it was down. Wow. I got a
little outside.
Just a hair outside.
He's had a few of those.
Yeah.
Where he just rears back to fog a guy, and it's nowhere near home plate, but then the next one's 97 on the black.
I mean, that's a 2-0 fastball. That's like an 0-2 fastball, not a 2-0.
Now the 3-0. Taking all the way.
And he throws a ball in the corner.
And a rare walk for Devers. He will take ball 4. It's time now for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Red Sox. Here's Tom Caron. Baltimore, the only team, TC, that has yet to reach 20 wins. 19 victories so far. Here's Brock Holt. He's gone 0 for 2.
Be interesting to see how many people come to Baltimore for that game tomorrow night. The all Red Sox fans.
Sox will be in for 3. Stephen Wright trying to follow up his gem. Gets his second start up against Dylan Bundy. We will have that for you, Nesson, at 7:05. 7 innings against Detroit, just 2 hits for Wright. He was just brilliant. Brock has grounded to second and struck out today, hitting .297. Pitch count still in good shape for Lopez. No activity in their bullpen, just 82 pitches. Well, he did just walk Rafael Devers. And a 2-0.
Boy, consistently at 96 miles an hour with that fastball. Hasn't let up a bit.
It's that young arm just coming at you.
24 years old, out of the Dominican Republic.
Now he's going to throw a changeup?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Three and one.
You got to be throwing that fastball as much as possible. I haven't done anything with it.
Don't start trying to be a pitcher now.
Devers stole a base in the second. He has a tiny lead here, and the 3-1. Last foul.
When you're looking fastball, you get it and you're late.
Sox trying to get to 45 wins on the season. Only team in baseball with as many as 44. But a half game behind the Yankees at the moment. They play the Mets tonight in the Subway Series. 3-2 runner goes. Floated toward left center. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Devers is going to pull up at second and stop right there with Jackie Bradley coming up.
There's been 3 runners in this inning, a base hit, but then a double play kind of wiped out Moreland, and then you had the walk. Now the base hit, opposite field base hit by Holt, and that was on the fastball. Took it to left field.
Now that'll bring out Don Cooper to talk to Lopez. Again, they don't have anybody throwing in the bullpen. 86 pitches for the young right-hander. Inning began with a lot of promise on the wall ball single by Moreland, but he was doubled up when Martinez hit into the twin killing, but then Devers took ball 4, and now Brock Holt with a single.
Can't help but think you're going to get a fastball. I mean, you got to eliminate the off-speed stuff for the most part.
Yeah, he doesn't get it over consistently to be able to sit on it. And you can't. It's hard to sit on when a guy's throwing 96.
And really, tip your hat if he gets it over.
On the day, Jackie is 0 for 2. Fly to center last time up. And that one is going to get him.
That's going to hurt.
Boy, Jackie's been getting drilled a lot.
Yeah, he has been. He gets drilled here to load him up for Blake Swihart.
Well, he didn't want to leave that ball out over the plate, so he just drilled him. See the little cross seamers he pulls right there, catches him right in the knee.
That's going to be a little bit sore right there.
It's the 8th time he's been hit already this season, far and away leading the ball club. So the Red Sox with a man at every base, and Swihart can do damage.
Well, he's due.
0 for 2 today. The crowd would like to see it.
Well, he was all over that. He was thinking fastball in that first pitch, which he should be. He got it, but fouled it off.
Devers at third, Brock Holt at second, Jackie Bradley at first. And popped him up into center, backing out Anderson, says he has it, and he's got it. Red Sox leave them loaded. Don't miss Nesson's debut of Cape Cod, a journey to the base. Following stories of college baseball players competing in the Cape League. It's Thursday night, 8:30, before Red Sox pregame coverage, presented by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. We're always here to get you there. So Lopez getting out of that jam on the pop-up by Swihart with the bases loaded. Heath Hembry will enter the fray now. Rick Porcello going to first 6, 3 runs, 5 hits. Sanchez will lead off the inning. He's 0 for 3, but he did score a run, reaching on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Low hit totals today, each side with 5 on this Sunday afternoon. And a pop-up on the infield. Holt battling his son. Xander Bogaerts will take this. It drifts back to him. One man gone in the 7th.
Tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, take a look at the week ahead in New England sports. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Abreu next. He's doubled in a run, walked and scored, and lined out to center. 296, 10 home runs. Always a very tough out.
Embry's done a nice job this year, hasn't he?
He has.
Pretty consistent.
Yep.
Gets his strikeouts.
Yeah, particularly as of late. He's got 34 strikeouts in 27 2/3.
Throws hot too. 96 with that fastball. He's got that slider. Basically 2 pitches.
I think that could be said of the Red Sox bullpen on the whole. Sox relievers have allowed 1 earned run in their last 18 innings. Go back to the 20th of May. The bullpen ERA is the lowest in the majors, 1.44.
Got 4 right-handers in a row. Him, Kelly, Barnes, Kimbrel at the end. Everybody brings it 95 plus.
You got a couple of guys out there who are all-star worthy. Certainly Craig Kimbrel and Joe Kelly.
Yeah, and you wonder how they look at setup guys. They never used to at all, but you've seen it over the years that guys make it out of the setup position more now. They don't get overlooked at all. They're just as important as the closer.
Sure. Avalon getting loose in their bullpen.
Closer gets all the accolades. It's just not fair.
And you said that.
Yeah.
Dennis Eckersley said that. At 2-2. I was watching Sully late last night.
Oh, did you?
The movie.
I've never seen that.
It's a terrific. You have to see it because you're mentioned in it.
Yeah, somebody told me that.
In an argument between 2 guys on one of the boats that went out to save the passengers that went into the Hudson, the jet airline that went into the Hudson, and 2 New York guys are arguing over who's the best all-time closer. And one of them's got you, and the other one has, you know who.
Of course. No brainer.
Mariano Rivera. But one of the guys goes to the guy who loves Rivera. He goes, I love Eckersley. And the guy who loves Rivera goes, well, you're just blinded by the high leg kick and the mustache.
Is that right?
That's what he says.
See, that's why you have a high leg kick. They don't forget you if you kick your leg high. Who's that dude with the high leg kick?
You didn't tell me your brother was in the movie.
Scriptwriter.
Yeah, the scriptwriter, exactly.
It's a fun debate. It's been had more than once. Good flick, by the way. Tom Hanks.
I thought it was going to be depressing. That's why I didn't watch it.
No. You got to watch it. It's very uplifting, actually. It's depressing for about 5 minutes, but everybody made it on the flight. He did an amazing job. And the baseball debate is the highlight, actually, of the film. You'll love it.
All I do is watch baseball.
I know.
That's it.
2-2. Wave and a miss. Abreu goes down hacking.
There's that slider we were talking about, nasty from Hembry, and Abreu just completely fooled on this pitch. That ball was never really in a strike zone. It was low, ended up away. Just didn't see it well.
So 2 gone. Polka, the batter, he's gone 1 for 3, and he's hit the ball harder today than anybody. Double in the 5th inning. 3-1 Chicago in the 7th. And he pops that one up out of play.
You know how they shift for him right there last time up. I mean, he beat that shift. There's not a lot of room to beat that shift. Pulled that ball down the line. Like I said, last time up, he got that ball in the air. It's way back.
Embry with the 0-1. Tried to hold up, but did he? They appeal, and no swing.
We never had a sign like that, Jerry, for the high fastball. He kind of sticks his thumb like that.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me it's high. Just give me a sign that's high. It's beautiful.
Drilled it in there, 94. Zach Brown Band returns to Fenway this Friday and Saturday, part of the Plain Ridge Park Casino Fenway Concert Series. Visit redsox.com/Zach Brown Band for tickets and more information. And a 1-2 from Hembree.
I think you see a lot more high fastballs in today's game than obviously when we play, because
Probably why they have a sign for
you got a lot of guys trying to launch, and obviously they become vulnerable. I think to a lot of times to high fastballs and also breaking balls that are down and in. We saw that last year in the World Series against the Dodgers.
To Bellinger, remember?
Bellinger, yeah.
Wore him out.
You couldn't touch a breaking ball that was down and in.
2-2. And he's running full on Polka with Davidson on deck.
Jones and Avilan, I hope.
I'll tell you what, Jones is nasty, huh?
Yes, he is.
He is. He's funky and nasty, and he's got hair.
Yeah,
big time. He throws
odd
98.
delivery
Yeah.
too. He can be tough to pick up. 2 down, 3-2 coming. And yes, sir, he struck him out with a curveball. And by Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Sox are down 3-1 as we take you to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Packed house at Fenway.
Take a look at strikeouts here from Rick Porcello. 5 of them in this ball game today, and goes to the breaking ball away to pick up a strikeout there. One that kind of hung inside but got away with it. A two-seam fastball that picks up the inside corner. Another curveball away that time, and then another fastball. Couple of borderline pitches, but going in his direction. You know what I admired about Porcello today, Ekin? I don't know if you agree with me, but without question, didn't have his A game.
No,
didn't have his A game, but pitched well enough to keep his team in the game, to win this game.
To me, that's what's special about the guy.
Exactly.
I'm really, because he doesn't have his good stuff. Who does all the time? But he's just knows how to pitch. He really does. Got so many ways to get you out.
Yep.
Biofreeze, pain relief that works. Now Lopez is going to stay on and continue to pitch at the outset here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. despite the bullpen activity, he'll get Leone, Benintendi, and Bogaerts, and he's allowed the Red Sox 5 hits and 1 run. So he's been a big part of the narrative today, how effective he has been. But last inning, the Red Sox had several base runners against him, had the bases loaded, in fact. 2 singles, a walk, and a hit batsman. So they put him back out there for the 7th.
They're just trying to get outs. Short leash.
You would think. Sandy Leone has doubled off him and also grounded out to first. 1 for 2. Benintendi and Bogaerts will be next. Brandon Workman loosening in the pen. Lopez to 90 pitches. So not too bad. And lofted foul out of play. I'll say this, the White Sox did not come in with great credentials, and they have a 21-41 record after splitting the first 2, but they have thrown some arms at the Red Sox in this series.
Yeah, Covey threw the ball good the other night. Never heard of him, and this kid, he looks good. Fastball changeup.
CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives. You can learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. And the 0-2 to Leone.
Even Rodon yesterday, he throws the ball good too. Punched out the side back to back. Then he 3rd and 4th inning, whatever it was, you could see he's going to be a good one. He's been hurt all the time.
Hard throwing lefty. That one ate him up. Pitch in the dirt. It'll be dug out by Narvaez, who will gun on to get him for the strikeout. 1 man gone. Top of the order in Benintendi. Andrew today is flying to left, taking ball 4 and grounded to second.
They'll go in the shift against Benintendi, but they'll keep that 3rd baseman on the grass just in case he tries to drop down a bunt. And he's looking all the way at that first pitch at 96. There's that 3rd baseman staying there, and then when he gets 2 strikes, he'll probably go back if they get to that point.
There's a shot, driven to right, back it goes, headed for the corner, and it's onto the warning track. It'll skip up into the stands for 2 bases. So Benintendi with a double with 1 down.
That ball's gone. That ball's gone anywhere.
Yeah.
You tell me where it isn't, but meanwhile he gets a ground rule double.
Well, now's the time to strike. Red Sox 1 out, man in scoring position. They may have Lopez coming out of the game. We'll see. Benintendi turning around that fastball that time, and I thought it had a chance to get out, but it 1 hops out into the bleachers out there.
I can't think of a ballpark that holds that.
No, certainly not Yankee Stadium.
Well, Lopez getting congratulations from his manager. He pitched a terrific game, but he does leave behind a man in scoring position. If he scores, it'd be charged to him. Time for our Xfinity X1 report. Let's toss it down to Garrett Austin.
Hi, Obi. I'm here in the Xfinity Zone, and after today's game, the Red Sox are heading out on a very long 3-city road trip. They'll head to Baltimore, where they'll face the Orioles, who are currently last place in the AL East, and there has been some talk that Buck Showalter could be on the hot seat. Stephen Wright will be making his 2nd start of the season, and Wright likes pitching in that ballpark. He pitched a complete game there on May 30th of 2016. From there, the team will head to Seattle, where they'll face a surprisingly hot Mariners team who are without Robinson Cano, before heading to Minnesota, where they'll face the Twins and enjoy an off day before coming back here for a 6-game homestand. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Garrett, thank you very much. 3-1 ball game here, but the Red Sox are threatening. Xander Bogaerts will be the next man in. Lopez is done as he surrenders his 6th hit on a 2-bagger by Benintendi. Nate Jones coming out of the bullpen. On Friday, he picked up his 5th hold of the season. ERA of 4.13. See that funky delivery that Eck was talking about.
Yeah, very unique style of throwing, but he's got good fastball, good velocity. Had some control problems. That's quite a few walks.
I'm not liking that release point if I'm a hitter. I mean, it's like I'm watching his arm go back, and then where do I pick the baseball up?
It kind of stops.
Yeah.
And then here he comes again. Big boy's got some gas.
Lopez 6 1/3, 3 walks. Came in with a reputation for going to ball 4 quite a bit, but not necessarily today. 96 pitches, 1 earned run. Second base, Benintendi standing there, belongs to him. Xander hitless today, and he had some unusual swings against Lopez. I think he's delighted he's out of the game.
This is no day at the beach out there with Jones either.
Xander has struck out, grounded out again. Sox trying to close the gap here in the bottom of the 7th. That one inside, got him. That nipped him. Another hit batsman, 1st and 2nd now for Boston.
I'm telling you what, right now, this is the first time I've seen Jones. And if I'm a right-handed hitter, I'm not liking this at all.
No, he tries to throw a slider, overthrows a slider, and just barely clips his elbow right there. Wants that ball outside. That's a misfire big time.
Yeah, that only missed by like 5 feet.
Only the 3rd man this season he's hit with a pitch. So Bogart's on, Benintendi on, Moreland the batter. Mitch today 1 for 2, a single and a walk. One thing that has bitten the Red Sox here in recent games is hitting into double plays.
And one thing that's bitten Jones is walks.
Yeah.
J.D. Martinez lurking on deck. 1-0. Shot toward left center field. Thompson moving over, though. He'll make the play, and the runners will retreat to 1st and 2nd, and that'll be on number 2.
Boy, he got a good pitch to hit too and drove it. Just did not find the gap. A little more left center. It's got a chance to be a double off the wall.
Yeah, he hit this ball as well as just about as good as he hit the one that went off the wall earlier in the ball game. This might have been a little bit more toward the end of the bat.
Workman and Barnes going side by side. So here's Martinez. JD today 1 for 3 with a double. Automatic double in the 2nd inning, and he scored. Last inning, the Red Sox loaded him up, but did not score. Now 1st and 2nd with 2 down. Red Sox have actually gone out in front in hits 6-5.
Wow.
97, but away, and it's 2-0.
I'm uncomfortable as a right-hander just watching this.
Yes.
He
pauses.
Hesitation. And at 97.
That's a hesitation cheese.
That's ball 3. Down into the dirt. Devers on deck.
You got to give him the green light, right? I mean, even though he hasn't been close with the pitch.
Yeah, I guess.
You got to.
I mean, man. Because you know what you're going to get.
They get Fry, the lefty, in the bullpen.
If anybody deserves 3-0, this is the guy.
Ball 4. So for the 2nd inning in a row, the Red Sox load him up. And let's see if they bring on the left-hander. And here comes the manager. Renteria out with Devers coming up. So they are all filled up with Benintendi at 3rd, Bogarts at 2nd, Martinez, who just took ball 4 at 1st. Chicago striking first in the 1st inning with a run.
Well, you see how the White Sox have scored today. They've scored 3 runs. Started off in the first inning. Abreu got that double like he did the day before. Off the scoreboard, you see Sanchez scores on that. And here in the third, talk about walking the bases loaded, walking a run in. You'll never see that from Porcello. He was wild about that. Then in the 5th inning, you're going to see this wild play again at first base where Porcello gets the out, falls down, and the runner from third scores, heads up. That's Anderson to make it a 3-1 game.
So that's all for Jones. Jace Fry coming out of their bullpen. He's been really tough. In 16 appearances, a 2.30 ERA, 19 strikeouts in 15 2/3.
Yeah, we saw the good breaking ball slider from him. Slider curve. I think it was a slider that got a couple punch outs against left-handed hitters last time. Friday night.
Looks like Nunez has come out on deck too to possibly hit for Devers.
Alex Cora with a counter. So Nunez will climb in here with no place to put him. Red Sox the last 2 innings have had good chances. So far they've settled for the 1 run way back in the 2nd.
We got a rookie out there. Hope the pressure gets him a little bit.
So Eduardo Nunez, the pinch hitter, and he'll stay in the game to play third base. And again, it's Benintendi at third. He's doubled in the inning. Xander Bogaerts at second. He was hit by a pitch, and JD Martinez just took a walk to load him up. Two down, and here we go. He takes ball 1. Likes to hit against the White Sox, doesn't he? 347 lifetime. From Fry is fouled away.
That's that curveball you guys were talking about, and that one was tough one, man. That was down around the ankles of Nunez, and he still fouls it off.
I think he decides to swing sometimes, and he doesn't care. Out of your hand, he's swinging, and he's following that breaking ball down and in. He's hard to walk.
And a ground ball to McCollum, and he bobbles it. 1 run in. Bogaerts will hold it third. And the inning should be over, but the Red Sox are still alive and kicking and within 1.
I don't know what happened with this ground ball. That ball might have come up, but that is an absolute gift.
Yep, thank you very much. I mean, that is not a difficult play. That's a 2-stepper to your left, and right there he lets the ball play him, and it bounces up, hits the heel of his glove, and the Red Sox grab a gift right there and a run. He's got 7 errors now at second base.
And they are reloaded for Brock Holt. 3-2 Chicago. He's 1 for 3 today. No place to put him. Brock hitting .304. And a 1-1.
You see that good curveball.
And Brock Holt last Sunday in Houston had a big day. Pops that one out of play. He singled, tripled. He drove in 3 runs in the victory at Houston on Sunday night.
He's got pretty good fastball. 294 to go along with that good curveball. That ball was on Brock.
Outside, nice block by Narvaez. Had a couple of nice plays back there today.
Yeah, you got 3 to think about: the fastball, curveball, and there's the slider.
Bogaerts at third, representing the tying run. Here's the 2-2. And popped him up into center field. Thompson will make the catch and retire the side. Red Sox get 1. 3-2 Chicago. Good every day. Go to joinusforgood.com to learn more. That's tightened up here thanks to the error by Moncada moments ago. 3-2 Chicago, but the Red Sox have left 10 men on base, so they've had opportunities to do more damage. Brandon Workman will take over as we go to the 8th inning. His numbers with the Paw Sox, just recently promoted back to the major league team, 2-1 with a 4.18 ERA at AAA. Bullpen looking to hold here and give the Red Sox another crack at it. Come the bottom of the 8th, 3 runs, 5 hits, an error for Chicago, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Boston. Davidson has gone 0 for 2 and been hit by a pitch. He struck out twice. Red Sox on the way to Baltimore tomorrow with Stephen Wright on the hill at Camden Yards at 7:05. Eduardo Rodriguez going on Tuesday, and then Chris Sale on Wednesday afternoon. That's a 3 o'clock first pitch against the Orioles, because the Red Sox are heading west after that on to Seattle. Popped up, but that'll drift foul and out of play.
You know, the Orioles scare me. They're so bad. There's such a thing. You know, can they get any worse?
Right now 19-44 in what not that long ago was a really good ball club. You know,
I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
24.5 games out.
I'd like to see them after they get rid of Machado, really, because he's going to be gone.
You would think. You would think sometime by July, trading deadline.
But maybe somebody will get cute and try to get it done earlier, because there's a lot of work to do. You don't just get him and give up town. You got to sign that guy.
Sure.
We're talking serious.
You've got to have the Bucks to do it. 2-2. So that limits the field. Narvaez on deck, and then Anderson here in the 8th. 3-2 White Sox. Workman trying to finish Davidson, and he does on a foul tip strikeout for out number 1.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts here recently for the Red Sox. That's 3 in a row. 2 to end last inning for Hembree, and now a cut fastball will pick up the strikeout. 3rd time that Davidson has gone down tonight, this afternoon, I should say, by the strikeout.
You ever see somebody cut down their 2-strike swing? Never.
Not anymore.
Ever.
Not anymore.
Ever.
I used to see outfielders shift.
Yeah.
You know, because the guy would cut down on the swing.
So many things are disappearing in baseball today that we grew up watching and expecting, like the sacrifice bunt.
I'm shocked today we saw one.
We did.
Yeah.
By the White Sox. 0-1. Poked foul out of play by Narvaez, who's 1 for 3. This homestand report brought to you by William Bravis Real Estate, the official realtor of the Red Sox, and entering today first 5 on the homestand. Sox were 3-2, 7 home runs. None today yet. Here's the 0-2. Check swing and a pitch in the dirt he did not offer.
That's a good pitch, though, I think. You know, you get him to try to chase that curveball that's down in the dirt. You're down a couple of strikes.
Well, that's where he wanted it. I mean,
Yeah.
he wanted it in the dirt, just close enough to maybe attempt to swing.
Yeah, Leon was pointing. He was pointing down there. He wanted it down in the dirt.
1-2. Pop toward left, racing out Bogarts, can't get it. It's in for a base hit.
They got that one down today.
God. Isn't he's got 2 of them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one in the second inning, just like that. So 1 out base hit will send up Tim Anderson, who had the most exciting play of the day from a White Sox perspective when he scored in the 6th inning without a hit.
Good heads up running, and then he saved a run with a great play in the hole, right?
He did. walked. He was bunted over. He came home on an unusual play at first base where Rick Porcello got the out, running pell-mell to the bag, but also fell into the umpire. First base umpire Quinn Walcott, and then Anderson, seeing that, rounding third, came in to score.
And that defensive play, I mean, that, you know, how big is that right now? It could be a tie game.
Huge. One out, one on. Here's a look at that play we're talking about back in the 6th inning.
Had to make a beautiful. Oh no, this is the other play. Excuse me. This is the one where they score the run on. Porcello hits the bag. He goes down, runs into the umpire, and then the good hustle all the way around by Anderson.
He did the best he could, Porcello, to make a nice play. You know, to throw it in, to make it even close.
You know, he had to go so hard to first base. As Mullen was way off the bag there, and he had to really hustle to get over there, and that's hard to stop once you get across that bag like that.
Give Anderson a lot of credit. He's got wheels and took advantage. (3-2) Chicago in the 8th, and the 2-1. High fly ball down the line, deep into the corner, but a foul ball.
You can see the kind of pop that Anderson has, but this is the play.
Yeah, this is the one that to me was the big play right here. I mean, that is not easy. A backhanded play, off balance throw to first, throws a strike, gets the out, saves a run. Huge play in the game.
You can't have much of a bigger impact without having a hit in the game,
right,
than he's had.
Exactly. He's doing his part.
Also had a bases loaded walk. So 3-2 on Anderson with a man at first and one away.
About a little strike him out, throw him out.
Let's start that runner.
Runner holding. And it's in there, strike 3.
We got half of it.
A dandy of a breaking ball.
I'll tell you what, Workman's got a good breaking ball today. It's like this. It's a curveball. He's got a slider too, but that's a biter curveball to go along with his little cutter. It's impressive.
His 2 Ks in the inning. Here's Tilson. He's the man who put down the sac bunt in the 6th inning. He also has a single. White Sox with 6 hits. Red Sox with 6 hits. Narvaez with the lead, 2 down, and he missed with it, not by much, but 2-0. Red Sox have been in comeback mode all day today. The 2-0 from Workman, and it's ball 3. Tilson just a .233 batting average. Thompson on deck. The Workman has to fight his way back.
Workman's got that little, not a real smooth delivery. He kind of kicks his leg, snaps his leg up. Deceptive too, where he kicks his leg.
3-1 and spoiled. 3-2 now.
Yeah, he gets that knee almost up as high as his chin.
It's like a kind of a herky jerky, not real smooth. But I think it has something to do with his deception too.
Watch how high he kicks that leg. I mean, it's way up there high.
They'll throw him a hook.
Crowd would love that for a strikeout. Runner at first will be off to the races. 3-2.
Oh, that's nasty.
Got him with that curveball again. And he strikes out 3 men in the inning. Game. Rick Porcello went 6, 5 hits, 2 earned runs. Devers 1 for 2 in this one. Red Sox have been looking for the big hit though, because they have stranded 10. Now Fry will stay on and pitch, the left-hander facing Jackie Bradley. Blake Swihart on deck. Then Sandy Leon. Bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox running out of chances here. Down by a run.
Jackie had a home run swing on that breaking ball.
And he got a hanger.
Yeah.
On the day 0 for 2 and hit by pitch.
I mean, he's thinking tie game.
He looks at a strike. 0-2. Moncada tested again, but equal to the task here for a fast out. 1 away in the 8th. Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox homer. And don't forget, all summer you can stop by your local Speedway and quench your thirst with a refreshing Speedy Freeze. 1 down. Blake Swihart has gone 0 for 3.
This Fry kid, this rookie, looks pretty tough to me. Showed me some with a curveball, his fastball sinking. Some throw changeups before.
Sandy Leon waiting on deck. 1 away in the 1-1. Ripped into left field. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Solid single for Swihart, and the Red Sox have a base runner in the 8th.
The Swihart line shot that drops right in front of Tilson out there in left field.
Yeah, you talk good about a pitcher and he throws a hanging changeup, and Swihart hits a bullet.
Yeah, that changeup up around Red Sox high on the uniform, and that was a rope out to left field.
That's what I try to do, Jerry. You talk up the pitcher, then you rock him.
Talk him up, Beck.
Sandy Leon 1 for 3 with a double. Sandy now hitting .247 with a pair of home runs.
Like to see a monster seat hanger.
It's exactly what he was thinking.
He's got some giddy up too now. 94. You're thinking he's just flipping balls up there.
Barnes and Kimbrel side by side in the Red Sox pen. Remember, Swihart, a guy who can run. You do have a lefty on the mound here in a one-run game. Count him 0-2. And down he goes. That was quick work. 95 with that fastball, and they're 2 away.
He's got them all. I mean, he's got the fastball, he's got the changeup, he's got the good curveball. And at the top of the strike zone at 90. We've seen a lot of 95, 96 today.
You can't be here unless you've got 90.
You got to throw 95 now, right?
Or go home. I couldn't pitch here.
Benintendi with a double last time up and came in to score. Oh, that was on an error by Moncada. He's 1 for 3 today. 3-2 Chicago. 2 down in the 8th. But the tying run is on. Back in on the dive. Right now, a bit of a breeze out toward left. At times it has been a blustery day. Wind actually took a promo from Jerry Remy early in the game. He'll go toward left and coming on Thompson to make the play. That's all. Red Sox strand 1. Enter this thing 3-2 Chicago as we go to the 9th inning. He earned his 15th hole of the year yesterday with a scoreless 8th inning. And now he'll get 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order for Chicago. Trace Thompson is 0 for 3. Moncada on deck. 7 hits for the Red Sox and 6 for Chicago. And the Red Sox will have due up in the bottom of the 9th inning Xander Bogaerts, Mitch Moreland, and J.D. Martinez. The 1-0. He drops it down low.
You ever seen Barnes throw that split finger, Jerry? I mean, he always starts it, he jams it. You see it?
Yeah, very rarely. I probably 3 all season in the games that I've done.
That's the definition of occasionally.
Yeah. That's 3 more than I saw last season.
Right. But he wasn't doing that to start off with, right? Splitting his hand like that.
It's just something he said that this offseason he worked on a little bit and got a little more confidence in, and he's used it a few times in the game, but not often.
Two 1 to Thompson. Passed him again at 96. White Sox got the first run the first inning. Red Sox came back, tied it in the second. Chicago another solo run in the third, then went out in front 3-1 before the Red Sox scored again in the 7th. Not much of a chance there, huh? 97. He struck him out.
Some guys can make you feel like you're throwing 1,000.
Well, that was feeble.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that pitch away, and that was just, well, I got a swing, I guess.
Man, it makes you feel like King Kong throwing balls like that.
One down in the 9th inning. Moncada now, he's 1 for 4 with a base hit. Struck out looking his last time up. He has made an error to cost a run. Hitting .233, 8 home runs at the moment. Only 22, lots upside here. And Barnes with the 0-1. That's a kick. Barnes going to get it. Will he have a play? Close and got him! What a recovery by Matt Barnes on a kick save.
Moncada thinks he's safe. You knew the Barnes was going to try to shove this thing. You see him shove it. Seems like it's up in the air forever. Whoa, it's not a good look. I got to see the view from the other side. Here we go. Safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
Safe. Hello.
So it will be under review. Moreland barehanding the toss.
See, the thing about that play too is Moreland can't really stretch out because you don't know where that flip's going to go from the pitcher.
Right.
As he's heading in that direction so hard. So you can't really stretch out.
Well, he sort of gave him a change piece. It just sort of hung there.
So they look at this. Certainly looks to us as if he is safe.
Oh, he's safe.
And Moncada will be indeed ruled safe. So he'll have a base hit.
He's got to try to steal here. There's a money bag sitting out there right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised. 7 steals on the season, and you're trying to get that insurance run. You got a 1-1 lead. I'd go for it.
Yolmer Sanchez hitless today, although he did get on in the first inning in a fielder's choice and scored a run when they took a 1-0 lead. One down, 3-2 game, 9th inning.
See if Barnes try to shorten up here a little bit.
Hits are now even at 7. Not running right away, and it's going to be ball 1.
I don't know what Barnes' time is, but he doesn't pick his leg up, but he does turn a little bit.
Yeah, his velocity makes up for a little of the difference too.
Yeah.
Not going here. Through there for a strike.
I think if I was looking for a trigger off Matt Barnes, I'd look at his front shoulder. It kind of tucks back in when he's going home. That'd kind of be my trigger point for him. It's not much of a move, but it is a little bit of a move. Go.
He's holding.
Looking for it.
You know, that's what I'm looking at, because he's not giving me much with his legs.
Yeah.
Abreu on deck.
Is it easier or better to steal with a left-handed hitter up?
What's that?
A left-handed hitter up. As far as
the problem that I'd have with left-handed hitters, I couldn't see the signs. I try to peek in and see the signs, see if it's going to be a breaking ball. Yeah, and it was hard to see with a lefty up there.
But did it give you an advantage as a base stealer in that the hitter was blocking the catcher's view?
You know, I never felt that way, to be honest with you.
Yep.
You also have to be careful about that throw behind too on the way back to the bag. See if he goes home here. Go.
Runner does take off. Chopped on the infield. Barnes will have the one play. Underhand toss to get him. Moncada down to second with 2 down.
You know, I'm sorry. You got to take that pitch, and I'll tell you why. The guy's got a great jump at first base. He really did have a good jump. You got the count in your favor, 2 balls and 1 strike. You get a breaking ball. He's got to steal second base. He's got to get in the scoring position right there. They're not going to throw him out.
right, you can afford it.
I mean, they get a man in a scoring position, but they still could have just 1 out in the inning with a man at second base.
They will walk Abreu intentionally. No need to mess with him. That'll put runners at first and second for Polka. It's an intentional pass of Jose Abreu. 2 men aboard here in the 9th inning. And Barnes trying to hold 3-2 Chicago. Polka 1 for 4 with a double, which was an absolute rocket down the right field line. Now
They're going to go over this.
Yeah, Levangi's coming out. Dana Levangi headed to the hill. So a tense one on this Sunday afternoon at Fenway Park. Getaway day for the Red Sox. Red Sox have been really good on getaway day. They are 12-2, 4-0 at Fenway.
Is there anything they're bad at? I mean, you can't find a bad stat.
Yeah, it's difficult to find anything if you were looking for it, and you know, when you're 44-21, it speaks for itself. But we'll have to come from behind to keep from losing 2 out of 3 to the White Sox. Joaquin Soria, their closer, in the bullpen, ready to enter come that bottom of the 9th inning.
We're careful down.
2 down, 2 on. Massive cut. He comes up empty.
He wants that ball down there. He sees something down and he's ready to leave Earth.
Well, he's got the launch. It's that launch swing.
Moncada at second and Abreu now at first with 2 away. Fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2.
See if he changes eye level and goes up with a high fastball here. Get on top of the launch.
What we've been seeing it. Everybody has. Even if you haven't got a good high fastball, you're throwing high fastballs.
Yeah.
Just to change the level, whatever, in the launch world.
Wiffle ball.
Yes.
The 0-2 to Polka. Shot into left center field. That's into the alley. Out of the warning track. That'll drive in a run. And possibly another. Here comes Abreu trying to score. Here's the throw, and it's dropped. 2 runs in. And down to third base is Polka.
Didn't get the ball up. 0-2 fastball, just too good.
If you watch Sandy Leone on this, he wants the fastball up in the zone. See where he's sitting? But look where the pitch goes. It's going to be belt high into the outside part of the plate. They didn't get it quite high enough. And he takes advantage of it with that line shot in the gap. Huge hit right there.
Oh, it breaks your back, that hit. And they were pushing it. Abreu coming around all the way around. And I thought they'd have a play at the plate, but he's safe.
So a 2-run double and an error charged to Xander Bogaerts on the throw. 5-2 Chicago as Polka advances to third. Davidson knocks a foul. He has gone 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
What a big hit. Major mistake. 0-2.
And the White Sox now with a 9th inning 3-run advantage. Daniel Polka ripping one to the alley. That's a swing and a miss.
That's where he wanted the last pitch.
Oh yeah.
The one to Polka, whatever his name is.
He poked it to left center.
0-2 on Davidson. And a check swing and a low one. So Barnes so close, but it started with the infield hit by Moncada. He got down to second on a ground out. Then they chose to walk Abreu. 2-run double. And a 1-2, and down he goes hacking. Fire on to first to complete the strikeout. He fans for the 4th time, but a huge hit by Polka makes it 5-2 White Sox in the 9th. By New England Chevy dealers and a Chevy Silverado.
Anderson with a great play in the game earlier, and getting Bogaerts at first base with a man at third base at that particular time. Very big play. He's had a nice afternoon, Anderson.
Little of everything.
Yes, and he's influenced the game both ways, but Daniel Polka has the big hit. A clutch 2-run double off of Matt Barnes moments ago to make it a 5-2 game. They're going to bring their closer Soria on against Bogaerts, Moreland, and then JD Martinez. Red Sox with a lot of work to do against the right-hander. Xander on the day 0 for 3, and he's been struck by a pitch. He takes a strike. Sox will be heading out of town, but if they drop this one, they'll go 3-3 on the homestand against Detroit and Chicago. The 0-1 bounces by everybody. Moreland on deck. Soria, their third relief pitcher after Lopez. And Lopez can win it.
Soria not really powerful, overpowering, but he can paint. Mixture of pitches, slider, split finger, 92, 93.
Skipped up there, 2-2. Couple of finals today. Seattle defeated Tampa Bay 5-4. Cleveland beat up on the Tigers 9-2. High chop to third, handled by Sanchez. Plenty of time to throw. One gone in the bottom of the ninth. And Moreland will be next. Mitch today 1 for 3 with a base hit. Nothing routine about the single, though, is off the center field wall. Held to one base. He hit it so hard. Hitting .296, 10 home runs. One of those very unusual shifts with a gigantic hole in left center.
Yeah, playing him to pull in the infield and pull in the outfield, with the exception of the left fielder.
Now that's green. That's a lot of green.
That's a lot of green.
Oh,
high and tight, spun him around. 1-1. .211 saves. Craig Kimbrell with exactly 100 more. And a 1-1 pitch.
Humped up a little bit there.
That's his best gas.
94.
Well, no question, Fenway Park deflated after the Polka 2-run double with 2 down, because it was 3-2. And you were looking at the guys coming up for the Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth and feeling pretty hopeful.
Yeah, and the Red Sox offense had been frustrated all day long. You figured at some point it was going to bust out.
Bases empty, 1 down, and well off the plate. Red Sox need base runners. Martinez on deck. And a full count on Mitch Moreland. Pop foul, back out of play. Tomorrow night, 7:05, Stephen Wright against Dylan Bundy in Baltimore. 3 there, then it's on to Seattle for 4. And the Red Sox will move on to face the Twins in Minnesota, all on the upcoming trip. Hoping Mookie Betts will be in the lineup somewhere near the beginning of that road trip. Looking forward to his return. 3-2, and he's going to walk him. So Moreland is on for the 3rd time today, and the Sox have a base runner in front of JD Martinez.
That's the thing about not having a 1-run lead. Now it's 3. Give a guy a mulligan, he can walk somebody.
JD started his afternoon with a double in the 2nd inning. He scored a run. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. Sox looking for a little more thunder from JD has provided a lot of it. He was thinking that way. Moreland on with one down. 5-2 ninth inning. Chicago trying to get out of town with a series victory. Oh, 2.
Both fastballs almost in that same spot, up and in.
Chicago got an impressive start from the right-hander Reynaldo Lopez today. Pitched into the 7th inning. 1-2 on JD.
I was impressed with Lopez, and I'm really impressed with that left-hander, that rookie Fry.
Well, a hit here would be Martinez first against Soria. 2-2. Nunez next. San Diego beat Miami 3-1. Padres had a guy flirting with a no-hitter until the 7th inning today.
Seen a lot of that, haven't you? A lot of flirts.
Clayton Richard. That one a late cut, swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 away in the 9th.
That's kind of a strange at bat right there. 2 fastballs inside, 2 breaking balls away, and then upstairs with the fastball again for the strikeout. Comes right back with the fastball, goes upstairs, and gets the late swing by JD Martinez.
Brings up Nunez now with a runner on and 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Eduardo reached on an error in the 7th inning that produced a run. Runner at first goes in there for a strike, and Moreland will be handed second base. No steal. Defensive indifference.
Could have been a big play in this game last time Nunez was up. Ground ball that Moncada booted. Could have cost them the game.
Got a piece. 0-2. Red Sox have stranded 11 base runners today, so they've had opportunities to do a little more damage. Just haven't had that one big hit. And now they're down to the last strike, perhaps. 0-2 the count. And he cuts and misses strike 3. That is the ball game. And the White Sox, surprisingly, TC, they come to Fenway Park and they take 2 out of 3.